Namaste, Sophia Rangwala here. So today I'm going to be teaching you what I call it as quantum treatment. Okay, so what is quantum treatment? Quantum treatment is a form of energy treatment which you can use to relieve small aches and pains, and you can help your loved ones and yourself if you're suffering from mild symptoms. The reason why I'm teaching you this is because we are going through a very stressful time. Stress, anxiety, worry is really on the high right now. And because we are in this lockdown situation, so going and visiting a doctor personally is also difficult right now. That being said, what I'm teaching is not a substitute for medical treatment. Okay, if your symptoms are severe, then you must go and see a doctor. Again, I repeat, if your symptoms are severe and you have to use your discernment, your discretion and wisdom and see a doctor, this is no way a substitute for a medical treatment. This is just a supporting alternative mode of treatment. So what is quantum treatment? Now, quantum treatment is nothing but working with energy. So when a person is suffering, it's because there is a lack of energy. There's a lack of vitality or prana in their body. Okay. Also, there is certain form of an energy block in their energy body. So because of that, there is loss of the energy or depletion of the energy in the body. The basic life force, or what we call as prana in Sanskrit. It's because of that. So by doing this quantum treatment, what are we doing? We are energizing that person and we are helping them get replenished energetically. So when we do that, they get better. This is the definition. Now I will tell you how this works and what is the basis of this. So you see, we are all made up of energy. This whole Brahman is nothing but energy, right? Prana is the life force which is keeping everything alive. So the prana comes from sunlight, it comes from earth, it comes from air, it comes from water. We are also made up of prana. The life force flows through us. Yeah, it flows through the plants, it flows through the animals, it flows through every living sentient being. Yeah, so this life force is all pervading and it is everywhere, the prana. Okay. This is one thing. Now, as per the yogic texts, our human body is made up of 3 shariras and 5 koshas. What are these 3 shariras? These are called as Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira. The 5 koshas are Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. When we'll be working through this quantum treatment or this energization that we'll be doing, it will be in the Pranamaya Kosha specifically, which is present in the Sukshma Sharira. Now all these layers and bodies, they are like, sort of intermingling. I will not go into the details of that, okay? So don't worry. So we are basically working with energy over here. We are working energetically. Alright, so this is as per the yogic text. Now as per quantum physics, everything is made up of energy. Even when we break down our body into the minutest particle, what it is? It's an atom. It is made up of neutron, protons and electrons, and there is space. So I'm not really solid. I'm actually energy. So are you. So is everything else. And we are all connected energetically. The spooky phenomena which was observed by Einstein, if we read up on that, this is what he observed. He took a particle, divided into 2, A and B, and he observed that when particle A, when it was subjected to certain conditions, particle B also reacted exactly the same manner. Even though they were apart, there was no tangible connection between the two. Yet there was an invisible force which was connecting them both, which Einstein was not able to decipher what it was. So this means that there are things which are beyond our understanding or beyond the understanding of, let's say, modern science at the moment. And in time, hopefully, modern science, if it does research into this and comes up with better understanding, will be able to understand this and integrate it with our mainstream medical science and maybe have a more holistic approach. That is for the future. But then there are things which we do not understand. So if we do not understand, let us leave it at that, and not become very skeptical about it. Okay, let's keep our mind open. So understood? So this means that as per the spooky phenomena, we are all connected. Yeah, at the subtler level, we are all one. At the superficial, at the grosser level, of course, I'm an individual with my own thoughts and my own body and everything. You are a different person. But when we go subtler, we all go, we are all connected and we all become one. So anybody who's sitting in the, let's say in the US, right, or in Antarctica or in any part of the world, I am energetically connected with that person. I can intend to connect energetically with that person also. So this way we can give this quantum treatment to anybody in the world also. You could be sitting in India and you can help your loved ones if they are abroad, or if you're sitting in another country and you want to help your loved one who's sitting in India, you can connect with them and you can, give them this, energize them. Okay, so this is how it works. So with this understanding, I will teach you further how actually the method is, how it is employed. Okay, now many people will argue that one needs to be initiated into this. Now I beg to differ. There is no initiation, because we are all born as energy channelers. We are made up of energy. We are bathing in this cosmic energy pool. One need not be initiated. One just needs faith. One needs to understand how it works, and faith and devotion and humility, surrender. One should not do it from a space of ego. If you do it from a space of ego, or anybody does it from a space of ego and labels himself as a healer or something like that, then it does not work that way. At least in my understanding, it reduces the efficiency of the treatment, it is not as effective, and it has karmic repercussions. So never ever take the credit. If you're able to help someone, never take the credit for it. Attribute it to God, okay? To the cosmic energy, because this prana is not being created by anyone. It's all pervasive. It's always been existing. We are just tapping into it. We are tapping into this cosmic reserve, and what we are doing is we are becoming the channeler. Okay, and then we are concentrated form of that energy or that pranic force. We are sending it to the person who is in need, or to ourselves, with the intention of helping them and energizing them. That's what we are doing. We are not doing anything more than that. Okay, with this humility and understanding, if you operate, you will get very good results, and this is one thing. So initiation is not needed. Also, personally, in my case, I was not initiated into it. I figured it out on my own, even before I understood even before I had heard the terms, like, Reiki and stuff like that. I had not even heard of things like that. And I did it for a person in my clinic who was working for me, and she got better, and that's when I was very intrigued, and I looked into it, and then I went deeper into it. So if you believe this works and you do it with faith and devotion, you'll be able to do it. Also, please do not use this for commercial reasons. Okay, this video is intended to help you, to help yourself, to help your children, to help your parents, to help your friends and your loved ones. It is not to make money. You will not be able to get any results if you do this for making money. Okay, because I have put that intention, so it will not work. If you want to learn this for a commercial purpose, then you have to take a professional course. After the lockdown is over, the many institutes which teaches pranic healing and stuff like that, please join them, and learn it professionally, learn it properly. They will teach you so much more. I'm just teaching you in a very basic manner, and you have to learn it professionally, not this. Okay, this is only for self. If you do this is good enough. But if you want to practice this professionally, then you have to learn it properly from a proper institute. Okay, from a proper guru, from a teacher, not through this video. Okay, with this understanding, let us now proceed further. So before you do the quantum treatment or the energization treatment, you must do pranayam. So pranayam is an act of breathing exercises, but it is much more than that. It is you are energizing yourself through pranayam. You are drawing in more prana in your body. You are removing energy blocks within yourself, and you are making yourself a more efficient pranic channel, okay, or an energy channel. So first do 10 minutes of Anilom Vilom. There are many amazing YouTube videos you can look up online and learn how to do Anilom Vilom if you already are not aware of it. So 10 minutes of Anilom Vilom. Then after that, you must pray to God, invoke the blessings of your God, gurus, whoever it may be, and ask them for blessings, okay, and give them gratitude, profound gratitude, for helping you become a channel, and for letting you draw the cosmic energy, and also thank them in advance for healing the person to whoever you're sending the energy towards, okay, or energization, so helping the person. So this you have to do this prayer, very, very important, before you actually start doing the process. So we did the pranayam, then we did the invocation, then we close our eyes and we sit comfortably. We focus on the breath, okay? We center ourselves. We come in awareness of our breath for a few minutes, calm our mind, calm ourselves, and relax. Okay, your mind should not be wandering here and there. You should not be watching TV and doing this. It will not work. You should not be thinking about 100 things and then you will be doing this. It will not work. You have to be focused. You have to be really into it. You have to get into the energy space, yeah, before you do it. So center yourself, be aware, be in awareness of your breath, and then visualize a light, okay, protecting you around your aura. It is acting as an energy shield. So that is to protect you from unnecessary other negative thought forms or negative energies around. And also if you're doing it for somebody else, visualize that there is an energy shield around them as well, which is protecting them too. Okay, so this is very important. So after doing this, then give out the intention that you are connecting with the other person energetically now for the purpose of energization or the quantum treatment. Okay. Now, how do you draw in the cosmic energy? Because if you give only yours, then you will get drained, you will get depleted. You do not want that to happen. So you will be drawing into the cosmic source. So there are two ways of doing it. One is you draw the cosmic force directly into your head or into your left hand. So we'll elaborate each method. So in the first method, you close your eyes, you visualize that the energy is coming into your head, and it is coming down like this, coming into your center of your heart, and from the center of your heart it is equally going into both of your hands and coming into your palms. Okay, it's coming out from here in the center of your palms. It's coming out. Now this palm, you can keep it directly on the person's body wherever they're having the problem, and give the intention that let this energy work in the way best it is intended to work, or let it work efficiently and relieve this person of the discomfort, or give relief to this person and help this person. This is how you give the affirmation, formulate in your own head and just give the affirmation and pray while you're doing this. While you're giving out the energy, you must simultaneously visualize it coming into your head also. Otherwise, you will get depleted. So there has to be, it's a constant movement of energy. You're drawing it from the cosmic source and it is coming in here, and then from your hand it is going on to the person. Okay, so this flow has to be maintained. Okay, another thing is the receiving in the left hand. So you can directly receive it into your left hand and give out from your right hand. In this case, you will be energizing only using one hand. Okay, so now you can decide, depending upon the body part, depending upon how much energy you want to give, both the methods are equally effective, but you will have to decide on different conditions where you want to, which method you want to use in which condition. Okay, now the placement of the hand. You can directly place the hand wherever the problem is, or else you can place it on the center points, okay, the energy center points. So let's say somebody is having discomfort in their legs, or some knee problem is there. Maybe if it is a knee problem, you can directly keep your hand in the knee region. Or let's say somebody is having problem in their entire leg, their legs are hurting, or some other kind of problem, you can keep it in the pelvic region, okay, that's an energy center. Then somebody is having pain in the lower abdominal region. In that case, you keep the hand in the navel center, okay? Then if somebody is having discomfort or pain in the abdomen, you can keep it in the abdomen here, yeah? Then if somebody is having, let's say, some kind of a cold, cough, or some difficulty in breathing or something, in the chest region, then in that case, never keep the hand in the front of the chest. Always keep it in the back of the center of the chest, okay? Then if somebody is having some problem with, let's say, cough, cold, and or some sore throat or something, so you can directly keep the hand in the throat region here gently. Here now you will keep only one hand. Okay, so in this case you can receive it in the left hand and keep it in the right hand, one hand only over here. And somebody is having a headache, you can keep gently your hand on the forehead. Do not ever keep it on the eyes, do not keep it on the face, do not ever keep your hand directly on the chest area, this whole area. Okay, so these are the 3 areas you must avoid, and never keep your hand in these areas. So this is the way. Or you can directly keep wherever the discomfort is. Let's say somebody is having pain in their right side here, so you directly keep your hand over here and just gently visualize that you are giving energy over here and energizing for some minutes, few minutes, and then you can take off your hand. If you're doing localized, then just keep it for like 5 minutes. Don't keep it for too long. If you're into very beginning, then maybe you can keep it a little longer. Okay, so maybe 10 minutes or so. So 10 minutes is ideal time to give this energization treatment to whoever you're giving to. So this is hands-on for yourself and for your loved ones. Now let's say you're having back pain. Now you cannot reach your own back, right? So in that case, you just keep it on your abdomen, both your hands. You can visualize the energy coming into your head and coming to the center of your chest and then into your hands. Okay, and then keep your hand here and then intend and visualize that the energy is from this abdomen area is actually going into the back, and energizing your back area. Okay, wherever the energy block is, it is clearing that energy block and it is energizing. So if you just use intention alone, it is very powerful, So we do not realize how powerful our mind is, how powerful intention alone is, and faith. So, in medical science, there's a thing called as placebo effect, wherein patients have got better just with the, sugar pills because they had the faith that they are going to get better. So how does that work? It's just pure faith, right? It's pure intention. It's just believing that this is working for me. So you just keep and give intention that wherever the discomfort is, let the energy go over there and let it, energize that portion, release the energy block and give me relief and repair whatever repair has to be done. This energy, this cosmic energy, has its own superior intelligence, supreme intelligence, it has, and it works in its own way. You don't have to do much about it. Okay, along with this, if you can give let's say some kind of an affirmation. Affirmations are many different kind of affirmations. I cannot give you one common affirmation. You can look up on the net. Depending upon the condition that you have, you will have to give that affirmation accordingly. Okay, like for example, somebody who has a lot of shoulder pain, upper back and shoulder pain, it's because they're carrying too much of responsibility, they're carrying too much of burden in their life. So that's why they're always feeling burdened, they're feeling heavy, and because of that they're having this pain. So in that case, the affirmation should be that I flow in life with ease, and I release my burdens, or something like that. Then somebody is having lower back pain. Now lower back pain usually is indicative of financial constraints, or somebody feels that I'm financially burdened. Then in that case, you have to give the affirmation that I let go of my worries and my stress and keep faith in God. Or I live in abundance. I let go of this worry for money and I live in abundance. I invite abundance. So there are many different ways the affirmations can be formulated, and there is no strict rule for an affirmation. It is just a positive statement which you can add along with the quantum treatment that you're giving to yourself, the energization treatment that you're giving to yourself, and it acts further in a more enhanced manner. So here we are working with this. We are working with our thoughts by giving ourselves positive affirmations, and we are also using this energy technique, quantum treatment technique, to energize our body, to improve the vitality of our body, so that our body starts to repair on its own. The physical gross body. Now, if the energy body receives energy, it receives fuel. So then this fuel is given to the gross physical body, and then the gross physical body, it receives its energy, and then it does its own repair and it works. Okay, we will not go into so much detail as to how and this and that. Okay, so this is how, my friend, it works. Okay, so after giving the energy, how do you conclude? So after doing that, you give the energy for, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, before I tell you how you conclude, let me tell you how you do it distant. So when you are with somebody who is in proximity with you, you can do directly hands-on. Now, let's say this person is sleeping and or this person doesn't want to be touched. They are cranky, you know, and you want to help them. So you do not want to go and disturb them. You do not want to touch them, you know. You can do it even by sitting in another room, or you can do it, you know, for a friend or a relative, somebody who's far away from you, or you know, and you do not have to be in physical proximity with each other. How you do that? In that case, you sit in Sukhasana. Again, center yourself, you know, calm yourself, calm your mind, come into the space of you know, calmness and serenity, and then visualize, after doing all the initial steps, you know, the invocation and then forming the energy shield around yourself and the other person who's receiving it, linking energetically with that person, doing all of those steps. After doing all of that, you will, in this case, you will visualize that the energy is coming into your head and then coming into the center of your chest, and then it's coming into both of your hands, and then through your palms, it's going to the person, okay, to whoever you're intending. So you just sit and the energy will go, and you give the intention, the same intention you will do, that let this person get better, you know, and do this for 10 minutes. After doing that, then you must cut the energy cord, okay, between you and the recipient. So give an intention that I cut the energy cord which I have formed between myself and my loved one or my friend, whoever it is, and then I repair my aura and I repair the aura of my loved one. And with this repair of the aura, close it. Again, end the session with prayer and gratitude to God, you know, and that's it. And after that, do not be obsessed about it. Oh, did it get better? Did it work? Did it work? No, just forget about it. You have done you have just been an energy channel. You have just done the work. It is a divine thing. It is just going to work in its own beautiful manner. And with that, you know, you just put an end to it and come out of it. Okay, do not keep thinking about it. How frequently you need to do it, you have to use your own discretion. You see how the person is getting better. In a day, twice is okay. Morning and evening you can do it. Nighttime is a very good time to do, because then the person is sleeping, and it works the best at nighttime because the person is at rest, you know, so the energy gets integrated into their body and it works really very, very well. So do this, and in the next subsequent video, I will tell you, you know, how lifestyle plays a role and how you can become a better energy channeler. This is not supposed to be used for commercial reason. Okay, this is only to be used strictly for your loved ones and for yourself, and not for any other reasons, which I've already, I think, mentioned earlier. So with this, I will end the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to post it on this video, and do not send me inbox messages, otherwise they will go unnoticed and I will not be answering them. I will not also answer to what I have already mentioned in the video. If something additional is there, I will answer, and if there are too many queries, then I will make another subsequent video to explain to you further. I have shortened it as much as possible just to make it simplified, just to help you get through these difficult times that we are going through right now. But otherwise, this is, you know, it's a very intense thing. There's a lot to learn, you know, there's so much more to learn and work with. Okay, so thank you very much. Namaste.